You can see those misters really going there. They put out quite a bit of water there too. So see how they're coming down, especially if it's a little bit of a breeze outside. It really blows that nice cool water down. It feels really nice out here. Yeah, these misters are great. This is a great way to cool off out by your back patio here. I like to relax out on my back patio here, but it's getting kind of hot outside. So luckily I got this mister system sent to me to make a video about. The nice thing about this mister system here is it actually comes with a filtration system to filter out all the hard water particles. Because the other mister systems I've had in the past, those little hard water particles will get in there and they'll clog up all the heads in there. All right, let me go ahead and show you how I set this thing up here and how it works. Here's everything that comes in the box. You get the irrigation line right here for the mister, and then you get all the little connectors here to connect it to, and you get instructions here. It shows you have a nozzle right there that connects to your hose or your hose bib, and then you have the filter right there. And then it's got the white ones right here on each side of the filter there. And then you just put each of these nozzles there. And you put them, I think it's about 3.5 feet apart. So here's what the directions say. You put the filter about 6 feet away from the faucet, and then you do about 3 feet in between each one. It says 6.6 feet away from the faucet, from the hose bib there. And then it says 3.28 feet apart for the misters. I got some scissors here so I can cut the line. I'm going to start at the end, and then that way I'll know how long it needs to be. So I'm going to put the last piece on here. The end piece needs that little plug right there. That's a little plug, and then that'll stop it from the line from going. So I'm just going to put this in here for the end piece. So now it's plugged, and then we'll put the line in here. And now we got our line here. So this is the last piece right here. And then we'll just put the little mister in there. And there's a little mister, so it's got some threads on there. We got that screwed in, and so that's it. Now we just go along and measure out and make our cuts, and then just keep putting these on here. And it has a little plug that you put in the end of the line there. You can see I use some of those zip ties to hold it up here on my awning. It also comes with some little zip ties. I use those to attach the line up there on the awning. See how it looks here? I connected it to the awning over my back patio. It's just right over here. I have a shady area. I like to sit down by my pool. And then here's what the little mister heads look like. They just have these attachments here. And then you just push them in here like this. And then they're nice and tight in there like that. So it's really easy to hook up and install. So yeah, it just has a connector here. You connect that to your garden hose or to your hose bib. And then it has a sediment cartridge right here. And then that'll collect all the hard water particles or whatever sediment you have in your water line there. Another thing I wanted to show you about these misters here is if you decide you want to change the configuration here, you can push these in like this. Push that in there, and then you can just pull that right back out. You see it's like really snug and it's not coming out at all. But then you push these in here like that, and then it just comes right out. Then you could put a longer line on here since I had cut this one kind of short. And you just use the 1/4 inch strip line, and you could use that on here. This is a little bit nicer than the regular 1/4 inch strip line though. But you could use regular 1/4 inch strip line in here too. With some hooks and some nails if you want to attach it to a wood frame. But since I put it on this awning here, I just use some clips to hold it up there. Ah, that feels so good. Yeah, these misters feel really nice, especially when you get a little bit of a breeze and it just blows all that cool air on you like that. That feels really nice. You can see the misters blowing there, and then a little bit of wind picks them up, and it feels really good.